What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be careful down in the comment section of the videos. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. I will never ask you to contact me by WhatsApp or Telegram. I also do not invest money from my subscribers, so please be careful. Don't get yourself scammed. If you want up to 12 free stocks, Webull is going to give you up to 12 free stocks. When you open a new Webull brokerage account, put any amount of money in that brokerage account, they're going to give you up to 12 free stocks for just trying out the brokerage app. Those 12 free stocks will be worth up to $30,600. There's a link down in the description box of the video. Click on that Webull link. Open up your new Webull account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. Get this question quite frequently. Richard, what type of paper assets should I be investing in? And I thought, why not tackle that question today? Over the last couple of months, guys, we've added more than 50,000 new subscribers to the channel. So it's safe to say there's a bunch of folks who have not seen any of my prior videos where I've talked about my favorite paper assets to buy and why. So I thought today, let's go ahead and tackle that question again for those 50,000 plus new subscribers. Paper assets are things like mutual funds, individual stocks, bonds, ETFs, and index funds, just to name a few of them. And now my favorite paper assets are ETFs and index funds, followed by some individual stocks. So why do I like ETFs and index funds? Because they are a group of companies in one investment. So instead of me trying to be the expert and going out on my smartphone, my tablet, my laptop, my desktop, trying to pick individual stocks on my own, I much rather put my money in a group of companies, a group of individual stocks, as opposed to me trying to pick one or two individual stocks, especially when I'm brand new and I don't know what I'm doing. And I gotta tell you guys, I've been at this for over 22 years, and I still am no good at trying to pick individual stocks. Why? Because there's too much I need to know about each company that I sit down and try and buy stock of that company. There's too much to know about that company, and I just don't have the time, nor the resources or the expertise to try and look at each company and decide which one of those companies will be winners and losers. So then I go to paper assets like ETFs and index funds, which are passively managed investments. Me sitting at the computer trying to pick individual stocks is going to be actively managed investments, because I got to manage those on my own. I got to know when to buy them, when to sell them. I got to know everything when I'm actively managing my own investments. Whereas if I have passively managed investments, that means I don't have to do anything. Companies like Vanguard, Charles Schwab, those types of companies will manage my ETF and index fund investments for me. There are particular ETFs and index funds that I put my money in. Typically, those ETFs and index funds they track the S&P 500 or the total stock market, or they track a sector. So let's start with the S&P 500. The S&P 500 index has the top 500 companies in America in that particular index. I'm talking about all big boy blue chip companies that we all know and use. Companies like Walmart, companies like Walgreens, companies like Ford, companies like Tesla, companies like ConocoPhillips, companies like Target, Home Depot, United Healthcare, just on and on and on. The top 500 companies in America are in that S&P 500 index. How do I invest in the S&P 500 index? Well, I invest in S&P 500 ETFs that track the S&P 500 index. So my Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, ticker symbol VOO, mirrors or tracks the S&P 500 index. So whatever 500 companies are in the S&P 500 index, that's what's going to be in my Vanguard S&P 500 ETF VOO. So why wouldn't I want to not invest in the top 500 companies in America and not have to worry about managing that investment? I don't know why you wouldn't want to do that. That's what I do. Same thing with the total stock market. And that one is Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, ticker symbol VTI. Same thing. It tracks an index, right? Top 3,000, 3,500 companies in America are in that Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, which that gives me a lot of diversification. It gives me every industry, every sector. And most importantly, guys, it has a historical track record of multiplying money for investors. So for me, ETFs and index funds, especially the ones that track the S&P 500 index and the total stock market, are no-brainers for me. If you look at the S&P 500 over the last 90 years, 7 to 10% return on your money over a 90-year period on average. Now, 2022, of course, you didn't get a 7 to 10% return because of where we were with our economy, with inflation, and the market was down. But I look at years when the market is down, guys, as an opportunity to buy and to buy heavy. Because one thing I know about the stock market, one thing I know about our economy, it always recovers. People act like we've not been here before with the economy and the stock market and interest rates up and inflation up. We've been here before many times. And guess what? We've always rebounded and rebounded stronger. So when the market is down, when paper assets are down, that's an opportunity for us. If we know what we're doing, it's an opportunity for us to buy assets, paper assets at a discount. And that's what I do, guys. And that's what I've done for 22 years. And it has worked out extremely well for me because a big part of my net worth has come from buying paper assets over the last 22 years and just not trying to be the expert, but buying ETFs, index funds that track the S&P and track the total stock market. That's all I did. I didn't want to be the expert. Trying to sit down and pick individual stocks, 9 out of 10 times I'm going to lose. I don't have the expertise. I don't have the resources, right, to be able to understand all of these companies. Why not go to Vanguard? Why not go to Charles Schwab? Why not go to Fidelity and let them do all the work? They've already done the work. The funds are already in place. They do all the management of it. And a company like Vanguard, let me give you an idea of what they charge to actually manage that money for me, which is called an expense ratio. For every $10,000 I put into that Vanguard S&P 500 ETF VOO, they charge me $3 a year to manage. 0.03% expense ratio. Guys, they're managing this money for me. For every $10,000 I put in, they charge me $3 a year to manage it. How you gonna beat that? And when you historically look at the investment, that VOO, that S&P 500 ETF that Vanguard offers, got a really, really strong historical performance record. Hey, you ain't got to take my advice. Get on the Vanguard's website and go check it out for yourself. I'm just telling you, you can't beat that. A passive way to put your money in, where you're putting your money in the 500 top companies in America, every industry, every sector, and I ain't got to do anything but sit back and be patient and trust the process. Now, guys, you do whatever you want to do with your money to multiply to build your wealth. But for me, that's a no-brainer. And that's what I do with 50% of my money. I put it in the broader stock market through ETFs and index funds that track the S&P. And I've already told you who I use, Vanguard. Now, that doesn't mean I got to actually go to Vanguard and open a Vanguard brokerage account. I don't have to do that. I can use my Webull app. And I can buy Vanguard S&P 500 VOO right through the Webull app and keep it right there on the Webull app. I can see it every day. I can buy more. I can sell. I can do whatever I want to do. So individual stocks and ETFs, I can buy on the Webull app. I don't need 5 or 6 different brokerage accounts. Why would I want to do all of that? That's just confusing. It's hard to keep up with. You need 1 brokerage account, maybe 2, depending upon what your needs are. Outside of that, my recommendation is keep it simple. Individual stocks, the only kind of individual stocks, guys, that I buy are of companies that I have experience with, or I've worked in the industry. So for me, my favorite individual stocks to buy will be financial services companies like banks. Why? Because I spent 25 years in commercial banking. So I understand how banks make money. I understand how me putting my money into their company through buying shares or stock, I'm going to get a dividend. If it's a good bank, if it's a big tier 1 bank like what I invest in, Bank of America and Wells Fargo, I'm going to get a nice dividend every quarter to hold my money in their stock. And then I'm going to get some appreciation, right? See, these big boy companies don't grow as fast as some of these growth companies. They're called value companies. They've already grown. They're already behemoths. But what they do to encourage people to invest in their company is they pay dividends. So while people invest in their companies, they will pay them some of the profits from their operations of their company. They'll pay some of their profits that they make to their shareholders in the form of dividends. So I like that. My Bank of America portfolio right now, I probably got about 2,500 shares in there. And Bank of America's paying a decent little dividend. I'm probably getting about $500 a quarter. So a couple $1,000s a year in dividends that I reinvest back into buying more shares of Bank of America. Why? Because I'm not ready to use the income yet. Why would I take the dividends in cash when I'm already still earning money out here in the real world? I don't need to take the money. So until I need to take the money to live on, I reinvest it back into buying more shares of Bank of America. And as Bank of America continues to grow, my investment continues to grow. At some point in the future, when I'm not actively out here earning income anymore, and I'm just kicked back somewhere on a remote island in the Caribbean, enjoying my golden years, then I take the dividends. Then I'll say, okay, Bank of America, okay, Vanguard, don't reinvest my dividends. I need you to send me a check, or I need you to ACH me my dividends on a quarterly basis because I need them now to live on. But until I need them to live on, what in the world would I take them for? No, I reinvest back into building more wealth. See, that's the compounding effect of the stock market, taking those dividends and reinvesting them and buying more paper assets. And then hopefully, if Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Vanguard S&P 500 VOO, Vanguard Information Technology VGT, all these other things that I invest in paper assets, hopefully over time, at least that's what history tells me, over time they should grow and continue to increase my net worth. So that's what I invest in, guys. Pretty simple, pretty sweet, straight to the point. I do not mess around with 15 or 20 different investments. I'm not out here trying to have a stock portfolio of 100 different companies that I'm trying to manage and pick winners and losers. And guys, 99% of us don't know what we're doing. That's why retail investors most often lose in the stock market, because we're trying to do it on our own. We're trying to be experts. And I know some people ask me about financial advisors. Guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. I do not take money from people and invest it for them. That's not what I do. I teach people how to get their mind right. I teach people how to get their mindset with money right. Because if you got your mindset right with money, then you'll know how to make it. You'll know how to keep it. You'll know how to multiply it. But if your mindset ain't right, I don't care how much knowledge you have, right? If your mindset is bad with money at $1, it's going to be bad with money at $100,000. So the key is getting your mindset right with money, starting to manage your money correctly, and then go out and find investments. Now, if you feel more comfortable using a financial advisor, then do that. My only ask of you is, if you're going to go that route, you better make sure you pick a good financial advisor that has your best interest at hand. Because let's face it, financial advisors, they eat what they kill. That means they're transaction-based or they're flat fee-based. Now, they're not going to be flat fee-based with you if you come in there talking about, I got $1,000 a month, I want to put it in an investment. That's not enough for them to make any money on a flat fee base. So what they're going to be with you is a transaction base. So every time they go in your account and make a transaction, they're going to hit you with a charge. That's just the way it is. Now, again, that's my opinion. I don't think financial advisors are bad. I think for the right individual, financial advisors are the right way to invest money. For someone who's just scared or not comfortable and they're trying to protect their little nest egg, go find you a good financial advisor, someone you can trust and has your best interest at heart, and make sure you tell them what you're trying to accomplish financially and when you want to accomplish it. And you always have the last say on what they invest your money in. Do never give anybody carte blanche to just invest your money in whatever they feel like they want to invest it in. That's the wrong approach, guys. You got to always know, whether you're doing it yourself or someone's doing it for you, what you're putting your money in. Please. Because I'm telling you, just like in real life in any industry, they're crooks. And the financial advisor, financial planner, no different. They're crooks in that industry too. Just like in every other industry, they're crooks. So just be careful. Drop me some comments and let me know what you think about my simple way to invest. Broader-based stock market ETF, index fund, preferably tracking the S&P and the total stock market, and then sprinkle in a few individual stocks of companies that I know and trust and I believe will be here tomorrow, and that's going to pay me a nice return on my money while I hold it in their stock, in their company. If you want them 12 free stocks from Webull, click on that link down in the description box. Remember, you can use Webull, guys, to buy paper assets, individual stocks, and ETFs. You can use your Webull app to do that. You don't need multiple brokerage accounts. But if you want multiple, go get yourself multiple. That's fine with me. But if you want the Webull 12 free stocks, click on that link down in the description box. Open up that new Webull account today. Go get that free money and go get that free stock. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. And I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace. Today's video is sponsored by my company, RF Financial Consulting. And in my company, I work with individuals just like you through financial mentoring and coaching sessions. And in those 1-hour sessions, we talk about strategies to help you get to your financial freedom, whether it be through real estate investing, stock market investing, creating additional streams of income, credit card arbitrage, or starting and growing a business. If that's something that you might be interested in, there's an email address in the description box of the video. Send me an email and let's discuss if I'm the right fit for you.